Hello, Ivan here with Vine Skills, and this video we want to show you how to implement Leads AI. I know this is a add-on to Lead Docket. You may have gotten already turned on in your system and you're wondering, how do I actually start using it? How do I implement it? It used to be charged a fee to implement it, but we actually decided part of Vine Skills' mission is to just be helpful, and we decided to literally just tell you step by step how to do it yourself. Obviously, if you need help, if along the steps it gets too complicated and you want to do something slightly different for your specific firm, for your specific use, you can always reach out for help. But this video should walk you through all the basics on how to set up Leads AI. So without further ado, let's dive in. I put together a quick slide just to show you the steps involved in this process, okay? So they're not that many and they're not too complicated. I'm gonna walk you through in Lead Docket each one of them, but just to explain to you what Leads AI really is doing is basically two big portions of Lead AI: the fee prediction portion and the AI summarization portion. So I'm gonna pull up my Lead Docket here so you can see that in action. And the fee prediction is this at the very top of my lead that says how likely this lead is to generate a fee. That's one part of this. And then the second part is this lead summary AI here, which actually has multiple things that you can do. There's a message summaries in here as well, and there's a notes summary that you can also see on the notes. So these are the summarization AIs, and they're very powerful and actually very precise. So let's walk through how to implement each one of them. So here it is. You can take a screenshot of this if you want. These are the lists. Let's start one by one here. To enable the fee prediction, what we are going to do is, first thing is we're going to go here under manage and case types. So it's important that you tell Lead Docket which case type is your MVA. The fee prediction at this time is only for MVA cases. So you want to go into your case type and tag the machine learning category to motor vehicle, okay? So you can do that on whatever case type that you have that is related to MVA somehow, okay? Now these are our test types, so there's a lot going on in there. But you go into maybe a trucking case or motorcycle cases, they will all work really well. That's step number one. Step number two is we're gonna go into your custom fields, and when you go in here, you're gonna see a list of all of your custom fields in your Lead Docket. The machine learning to do the fee prediction is relying on a few things in your Lead Docket. So one of them, I just got that in here, is the concept of like, is the PC injured or not? And I'm gonna show you the actual list so you can copy and know which questions you're gonna tag. What we are doing here is we're going and telling Lead Docket saying, hey, I have this question that I'm gonna answer yes or no for to indicate if my client is injured, right? If the lead is injured. These are the questions on the machine learning aspect. So I'll take a moment here if you want to take a screenshot. I'll also leave a list of these questions. This is helpful for you to know. Do I have these questions in my Lead Docket? If so, you're going to go into each one of the questions in your Lead Docket and you're going to tag them just like this. See, this one is tagged with were you injured? So this is a good important step. If you don't have every single question in here, it's not the end of the world, but the prediction gets more precise the more questions you have. The important thing is that you do a good job at capturing zip codes and you capture severity levels. And were you injured is a big one in here. I think that's the most important one for fee prediction. The more questions you have, the better. Okay? So that's step number two. Once that's done, step number three is to go in here under your settings. Let me get this out of the way. Under settings, options, and there is an option in here if you type in fee that says display the machine learning instead of the severity level. If I hit save, now I go back to my dashboard and I will see here, see how it shows likely if you want that in there. If I don't do that, then it won't show it in here. It will still show up at the top of the lead in here as well. Okay, so that's fee prediction. Fee prediction is on. Let's talk about the AI summaries. AI summaries, step number one, let me go back in here. Step number one is to go into custom fields, and then we're gonna add those as a field in there. So what I'm gonna do is, again, manage custom fields. I think if I type summary, you see that we already added some of them in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add one more so you can see how that looks. So, and the bottom line here is that you can add an AI summary. If you go to add custom fields, you see AI summary. If you don't see this button in here, then you reach out to Lead Docket. They have to turn on a flag and allow this for you to have access to, okay? So AI summary, click that in there. Which summarization type? Remember I told you that AI summaries can be in 3 areas of your lead. On the lead itself, on the notes, and on the messages. You can do them all individually. So I want to add one for the lead, and then you're going to see that there are the prompts in here. So you can choose which prompt you want depending on your case types. So if it's a worker comps prompt, I want to tag my worker comps case to be corrected in there, okay? So here, workers comp. So this is going to be my workers comp summary on my workers comp case. What I recommend is you always name it AI summary. So we know, easy to find. The generation trigger. What I would say a really good practice would be to just do on lead creation and then on demand. If you want them every time any changes happen to regenerate, you can do that as well, or you can do it on demand and only runs when you trigger it and you click the button to run. Okay. Oh, that looks good. I can go ahead and save changes. And now I created another AI field on workers' compensation. So you just go ahead and do the same thing for all of your case types and do the same thing for your notes and messages. What I normally do in notes and messages, since there's really not a case type specific notes, you can just use all case types in this scenario, and it's going to work really well for all case types. I hope this video helped you implement this. If it gets too complicated, or if you want to do something in particular or anything different, you can always reach out to us. We're happy to help.